Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Aqilah binti OSMAN 2190073. So today we are going to talk about transportation issues and challenges in my hometown area. So, okay, to this agenda, I'm going to introduce what is my hometown, the place, how is it, the location, problems, and action taken that should be taken to the traffic problems. So my hometown area is a residential and industrial area where there's a lot of different kinds of vehicle like lorry, trailer trucks, bus, motor, car, and so on that can cause a heavy volume of the vehicle on the road. So other than that, there's a lot of factors that contribute to traffic problems. Next, okay, so this is the location of my house, which is Balakong, Selangor. I live in here. I live in Balakong, Selangor. So in Balakong, Selangor, in my home area, there's a school, residential, industrial area, and also a shopping mall. Balakong is a developing city. This is the reason why there's a lot of car, because there's a lot of house, a lot of people. So because this is a developing cities, there's a lot of old problem come with new problems. So there's a lot of problem. So in my area also there's a public transportation, which is bus that carry people from my residential area to MRT Batu Sebelas Ceras, and also immediately out from my residential area there's a highway that goes to KL and also Kajang. Okay, next is the traffic problem that happen in my home area. First is traffic congestion. Okay, traffic congestion. This problem always happen at the peak hour, which is 9 to 10, 12 to 1, 6 to 7. This is the reason of these peak hours is people will go to work, lunch break, and also come back from work. Other than peak hour, my home also have a traffic congestion during weekend, because people from my area will use the Lebuh Sale to go to KL to go shopping on the weekend, and also this problem will happen when going and back from school time, which is in my area there's a school nearby that has only one way to enter my residential area. So in my residential area itself has a traffic congestion, and also at the highway. So second problems is accident. This is because of there is no traffic light in a certain intersection. that have a heavy flow in my area. And also other than that, user also not following the speed limit, where there's a lot of people on there's a lot of vehicle on the road, so they will speeding without caring about speed limit can be so dangerous because other car can be anywhere. Next is confusing intersection. In my area, there's a confusing intersection with no traffic light, so this is very dangerous to users. Okay, third is flooding. My residential area, road will flood when there's a heavy rain. And also this is because of the drainage cannot hold the heavy rain and blockage drainage, where the drainage is not so big and blocked. This will cause a flood because the rain has nowhere to go. So next is number 4 is not a pedestrian friendly. There's a public transport, like I said before, there's a public transport which is bus, but not so effective because there is no walkway, so it's hard for people to use public transport. And also at the junction, there is no pedestrian crossing and it's very dangerous to pedestrian. Next is action taken. Action that must be taken by authorities, which is for first problem, traffic congestion. For me, I think we need to reschedule and make more route for public transport. So by this will increase people to use public transport because most of them go to work nearby. By this way, they doesn't have to go work by their own vehicle, so they can just take a bus and go somewhere that near. So then is train station nearby. Train station must be heading to KL directly, like not so directly but more faster than MRT Batu 11 Ceras. MRT Batu 11 Ceras is a train station that most near to my house, but it takes a longer time to reach KL. So then is accident. To prevent this, we can add a speed trap. Other than that, install a traffic light, so there's no confusion to left or right turn, just following the traffic light without being worried. Then sounding. For this problem, we can design bigger drainage for another 5 to 10 years. Since my home is a developing area, so it need to design for a longer time. And also new drainage system. Okay, the last problem is not a pedestrian friendly. Make more effective walkway such as bus stop to residential area, so people will not being worried to walk there. Then pedestrian crossing. Okay, this is the example. This is the picture from my house where I'm very satisfied. This is maybe 5 or 7 years ago. There's no traffic light, just a junction without anything. So you have to cross to turn right or left by your own. But at the right picture is the picture now where they already installed a traffic light and it's safer for us to use. Okay, that's all for me. Thank you.